Undertaker vs. Bray Wyatt. Where can Wyatt go after a loss at WWE WrestleMania 31? Bray Wyatt lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. Since it is unlikely The Undertaker will be around for a rematch anytime soon, this leaves us with a big question: where does Bray Wyatt go from here? Wyatt was the driving force behind this feud. Taker didn't make a single appearance leading up to the event. Any hype the feud had was built by Wyatt's incredible mic work and some creative segments. A lot of feuds from WrestleMania will almost certainly carry over to Extreme Rules, but this is one that can't. There are a few directions WWE can go in this situation. The first option is to have him just ignore the loss and focus on the new feud. Superstars move on from storylines without acknowledging a loss all the time. It's the lazy way to go, but sometimes it keeps a superstar from looking weak in a future program. Wyatt could simply wait a week or two and then start a program with somebody else. Remember when Daniel Bryan lost to Wyatt at the 2014 Royal Rumble? 2 months later, he was in the main event of WrestleMania 30. His loss to Wyatt was completely ignored. Sometimes that is the best way to move on. Or WWE could go in the opposite direction and have the decision at WrestleMania affect Wyatt on a deep, personal level. With his acting ability, Wyatt could make this story very interesting. Instead of the charismatic cult leader we have come to know, he could start playing someone who has lost his confidence and questions his own beliefs. A downward spiral is something Wyatt could easily pull off. His character is tailored to those kinds of weird storylines. Then there's the third option: Wyatt could simply disappear for a little while. After a loss to someone he chased for several weeks, nobody would be surprised if he just vanished for a few months. That way, he could make a surprise return later and start a new feud with someone who didn't even know he was in Wyatt's crosshairs. The great thing about Wyatt's gimmick is that he doesn't necessarily have to win matches to make an impact. He is the kind of character who is so much fun to watch that people will accept a continued push after big losses. It will be very interesting to see how WWE decides to handle Wyatt going forward. Monday's Raw should see a strong indication of what we can expect in the coming weeks leading up to Extreme Rules. What do you think? How should Wyatt be used following his loss to The Undertaker at WrestleMania?